Hi guys, it's Fred VC Died Laughing and I'm here with another weekly wrap up. So I managed to read 4 books in total this week and I can't wait to tell you all about them. So the first book I finished last Sunday, just shortly after I did my last wrap up after I recorded that one, and it was one by Sarah Crossan. This is one that I had been reading on my phone through my library app. And I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars in the end because I really enjoyed it. This book is all in verse and it's about these twin girls, Tippy and Grace, and they are conjoined twins, and it's all told through Grace's point of view in this verse kind of style. And you're just kind of learning they're going to high school for the first time, and they were homeschooled but now they have to go to high school, and it's just kind of about their struggles being normal teenagers while also being conjoined twins, and how, you know, they're just kind of opinions and their whole own feelings about being conjoined, and then just some family troubles and stuff like that they're going through, and then like boy issues and stuff like that. And I really enjoyed this. It was really emotional and really heartfelt, and I really felt like near the end it really packed a punch, and it really left me feeling kind of like I kind of knew where it was going, but at the same time my heart still broke a little bit, and I just really enjoyed it. And I think it really also showed me that I could enjoy a book in verse, because I'd actually not kind of been reading that book because I knew it was in verse, and then when it just showed up in my library app, I decided that I would just give it a go just to see, and I ended up really enjoying it. So I'm kind of debating getting my own copy of this book and maybe reading it again, because I am going to this kind of book con thing in October in Dublin, and Sarah Crossan is going to be there, so her books are going to be on sale and she's going to be able to sign them. So I'm kind of debating whether to get one or not and just have it signed. The next book I read was The Tidal Zone by Sarah Moss. I don't have the physical copy of this one at the moment because I gave it back to my library, and I really enjoyed this one. This has been getting a lot of hype on BookTube lately, and it is basically about this normal kind of middle class British family and how kind of all their lives fall apart when the oldest daughter, Miriam, basically has this kind of breathing episode in school, and she drops down, she stops breathing, and she kind of like dies for a few minutes, and then fortunately she is brought back and she ends up being in hospital for a while, and she's let go home and they kind of start living their normal lives. But it's all told through the point of the dad, Adam, and he is a stay-at-home dad. It is the wife that is the breadwinner. She is a doctor and she kind of obviously does all the earning in the household. But I felt like this book really brought up just really interesting things with family dynamics and gender roles and stuff like that, and I really love the fact that Adam was a stay-at-home dad and he was like a house husband, and just his opinions and that, and how he was treated by other people and how that came through, and it was really great. There was just one scene that I thought was really powerful in it, and it's basically where he is at a swimming pool waiting for his daughter to come out, and all the mothers, or some of the people who don't know him, who just have children in the pool, are kind of looking at him weird, and he's approached by someone who works in the pool and is basically called a pervert. And it made me so angry, and it made me really think about how hard it would be for stay-at-home dads when that kind of thing happens, and how can you even try and, like, you know, how do you even react to those kind of things when that happens to you, and how easy it is for a man to be accused of that kind of thing when he's just a loving dad and it's just a waiting round for his kid to, you know, making sure that she gets into the pool safely from the changing room. That's all he's doing. And like, I don't know, it just made me so angry, but it really made me think about these things, and that's what I loved about this book. I really loved the family dynamic. I loved how they all talked to each other. I felt like they were all very honest with each other, and Adam and his wife talked to Miriam and Rose, who's the youngest daughter. They talked to them really like adults, and they kind of explain things to them really well, and they don't kind of, I don't know, they don't hide the truth sometimes. They kind of try and explain everything, particularly to Rose, who's only 8. They explain to her as truthfully as they can without being really harsh about things, but I felt like even with Miriam's situation they were really good at kind of telling her what was going on and keeping her in the know. And then I felt like at times, like, she was a very realistic 8-year-old as well. She had a little tantrum, she was quite cute as an 8-year-old. She was still a little girl in a way, but at the same time she was growing up into becoming almost an adolescent, and I just really enjoyed that. I loved kind of the whole situation, as I've said, and yeah, I really enjoyed my reading experience of it, so I gave it a 4 out of 5 stars. The next book I finished was My Grandmother Asked Me to Tell You She's Sorry by Fredrik, Backman, and I'm not going to talk about this book because I have a whole like 8-minute review of it that you can go and check out, and there's also a giveaway for it that's open, so please go and check that out. I will leave a link up above and you can click on that and go and be in with a chance of winning this book. But I gave this a 5 out of 5 stars and I really loved it. And then the last book that I finished so far this week was Ironcast by Destiny Soria. This is a book that I got off NetGalley and it is really good. This is basically set in 1919 Boston, and it's set around a black girl called Ada and a white girl called Corinne, and they are called homeopaths, and basically it's this kind of magic where they can create illusions through art. So Ada is a songstress and she is able to make people feel different things when she's singing, and then Corinne is a wordsmith and she is able to, when she speaks poetry, she can make people see whatever she wants them to see. So they're kind of together, they're kind of like this dynamic duo and they're unstoppable and they can kind of just do all these amazing different things together. But basically homeopathy is kind of illegal to use. It's not illegal to be one, but it's legal to use your powers. And there is kind of an asylum and they're kind of trying to figure out, they're kind of within this kind of gangster mob kind of thing. This man that looks after them is basically this big gangster, and they're trying to figure out these different things that are happening within their world. But they also have this kind of thing hanging over them where they could be sent to the asylum at any moment. They could be captured by agents and sent to this asylum, and there's this weird things happening in the asylum that they want to try and figure out what it is as well. This was amazing. The female friendship in this is like 100%. The main relationship in this is Ada and Corinne's friendship, because they are best friends. They are each other's everything. They are each other's soulmates. They are just absolutely brilliant. There are romances in this, but they completely take a backseat to Ada and Corinne. Ada and Corinne are the main two people, and they're the main two people in each other's lives as well. Their love interests, you know, they are on the second step down. You know, for Ada and Corinne, each other are, you know, number one. And I loved that. I thought that was brilliant. The setting of it is great. There's also some things, obviously it's 1919 Boston in America, so Ada does have some things where she experiences racism, and that upsets her sometimes, and you can kind of experience that. There is a character who is gay, a couple of characters who are gay, there is kind of this feminist character. It's really good, full of really strong female characters, really great storyline, really great magic, and I gave it a 4.5 out of 5 stars. And I just really hope there's going to be more books about these characters, because I am not done with them yet. I want to know more of their story. I just want to continue going on adventures with them because they are absolutely wonderful. And then at the moment it is Saturday night, because I'm filming this a little bit earlier than I normally do, and because I'm going to be busy tomorrow, so I want to kind of get this kind of scheduled to go up tomorrow while I am out. But at the moment I am halfway through A Hollow in the Hills by Ruth Frances Long, and I read the first book in this series. This is the Dublin series. I read the first book, A Crack and Everything, a couple of weeks ago, and I really enjoyed it. I gave it a 5 out of 5 stars. So far this is even better than the first one. I'm really enjoying it. And the publishers, O'Brien's Press, sent me the third book, A Darkness at the End, also by Ruth Frances Long, obviously, because I'm going to do a full series review of this book, and I'm also going to go to the book launch for A Darkness at the End on Monday, which I'm really excited for. And Sarah Brennan, who is another Irish YA author who is like one of my favourite authors in the whole world, is going to be there, and I'm just like absolutely ecstatic that she's going to be there, and hopefully I'll be able to get her to sign some of my books as well as get these ones signed by Ruth. So I cannot wait. I'm really excited for that. But yeah, I'm going to try and finish a good chunk of this tonight, if not all of it, and then I'll be able to get onto this one. So that is all the books I've read this week. Please let me know what you guys have been reading and what you think of the books I have read. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you guys again next time.